You're gonna think it's magic, but it's not. It's just a reward system, and I'm gonna teach you how to make one in a hurry. There's just 4 steps we're gonna go over. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Melissa. I'm a board certified behavior analyst, and I teach motivated parents how to go from survival mode to stress relief. They've broken through barriers that they never thought that they could. I'm trained in crisis management, teach at the collegiate level, serve as a voluntary subject matter expert for the board. I'm so happy that you're watching this video. Let's get started. So, I already recorded a video about reward systems and why it's not bribery and how you actually do it the right way. So now this video really focuses more on how you create one in a jiffy. If your child is struggling and you know you need to get them through to do something, you can just come up with a quick reward system to give them momentum, to give them something to look forward to so that they know that they will get this ultimate thing that they want and that you can control how they get it by getting them to engage in the desired behaviors that you're looking for. So I want to show you a couple different token boards. And once again, the idea of this is that you can make it in a jiffy, but also if you actually have these materials prepared and you keep it like in your car, in your purse, or there's even apps on the phone, then you could just pull it up right away when you need it, okay? So here's one that you'll see in a lot of school settings. This is something you can make in Microsoft Word or Google Docs or even on a piece of paper, okay? It looks like this, very basic. I am working for. Notice how there's nothing there. You can just write it in. There's 5 blank squares, so that tells a person that 5 things need to be filled in order for them to actually complete, the board, right? And earn what they're looking for. So for example, let's say they are working for iPad time. So I just wrote iPad, okay? And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, I need to get this child to do their homework. They really don't want to. And you know what? On top of homework, it's doing their chores, it's eating dinner properly, like using their silverware, sitting at the table and like not giving attitude, right? Like the whole evening routine, just as an example. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna let them have the iPad maybe like for 10 minutes before bed. And so when they get home from school, up until like probably an hour to a 2-hour block, I'm going to find time to fill in and reinforce their behaviors that I'm looking for. So there's only 5 squares, you notice. So that means I at least need to tell myself I need to find 5 opportunities to give them praise, thumbs up, tell them that they're doing a good job, that I'm liking what they're doing, and I'm going to fill these in. All right? And so what you're going to do is throughout the evening, in that period of time, you could even set a timer on your phone for a reminder for yourself every like 20 minutes or whatever it may be to think of something that they did good, okay? Then when they think of it, you will just draw any kind of token. It could be a smiley face, it can be a star, it could be a check mark. I wouldn't do an X. X kind of means no a lot of the time, but checks are good. You can do anything. You could even keep it the same. You know what I mean? Just like that. You fill them in, and then they know, look, I earned 5. I get iPad. Easy as that, okay? I'll do more videos on token systems at a later time, but one thing I just want to point out is I wouldn't necessarily erase it if they do something wrong. I mean, you could. It just kind of depends on your child's functioning level, but ultimately, you want to give something and let them know that that can't be taken away, because remember, they're really trying hard to earn that ultimate reward. So they're gonna have motivation, and they might make mistakes, and you just have to remind them, hey, 2 more times, I really want you to sit and eat right now. Try to finish your whole dinner instead of just getting up. You know what I mean? So that's one thing, right? And this was just a laminated paper, something you could erase and use again. But let's say you don't have that, and again, in a jiffy, you got to come up with something. You could simply draw it on a piece of paper, and this time, I'm going to draw 10, because let's say you're like, You know, I have so many things I need my child to do, and I just need to give them a ton of different, praise. 10, whatever it may be. The point is that you're having something that's visual, and you are going to be able to show them that their behaviors equal these squares that are colored in. You could even just like this, color them in. When they get their squares colored in, then they earn whatever it may be, right? It could look something like that. The point I'm trying to make is this, guys, is so simple. I promise you can do this. You just have to kind of think ahead a little bit and know that this is a tool in your toolbox. I'm going to show you one more. This is a free app. There's many out there. It's called Token System, but I am working for, once again, they can choose the emoji. Let's say you're going for iPad. There's no iPad on here. Just let them pick something random. I don't know what that is, but maybe one of these. And again, it's stars. It's fun for them to be able to click on it, okay? This is just an app. It's free. So you have a phone option. So even if you're going out in the community or you're in the car, right at your fingertips, it's right there. Here's one more that I love and I've recommended to so many parents, and it's so easy. These are clickers. I have 3 on here because I've got 3 kiddos that I watch a lot of the time, and I need to use reinforcers with them so that they listen, because a small group of kids is sometimes a lot more challenging than a single group. But anyway, this could go up to $9,999. You can reset it, but just like this, they click and they go, okay? Reset it like that. All right, so these are token board options. You've got clickers, you've got something you can draw, you've got the phone app, okay? Something makeshift, all right? So you figured out at this point that there are things that, where is it? There are things that you can make on the fly, right? You know what your child is motivated by because they're telling you, I don't want to do this. Okay, so first get your tokens, then you can be done. Or I want ice cream after dinner. Okay, so first do this, get your tokens, get your smileys, get your boxes filled in, however you want to call it, right? Then you get what you want, okay? You, though, really are a part of this system, and you have to follow through. You have to make sure that you're not forgetting, because they're valuing this system. They're valuing that you came up with something that's going to get them what they want. But if you neglect to use this, or you use it like as a threat instead of something that's exciting that they should earn and that you're excited when they do earn, then, if you don't do that part, you kind of have lost the value in this tool, okay? And of course, I know I said follow through on the tokens, but it's also truly about following through on the reward. And parents, I know it's a struggle when your kids are not listening to you and you feel like it's a back and forth battle, but I promise if you focus more on the good stuff and how they earn and look out for it, you're gonna over time see more of the good and the positives and the appropriate behaviors than the other behaviors that are the yucky stuff, the inappropriate, the undesired, the stuff that you're not looking for, okay? I know I went through that kind of quick and I didn't say the 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm gonna go over that real quick, and then I'm gonna show you a real life example of how I go over with a child before I implement this, making sure that they understand the system. All right, so 1, you're going to decide what's motivating your child. You're going to analyze and figure out and look and listen. What do they want? 2, you're going to decide how they get it. What behaviors you want to see more of. 3, you're going to decide how often you will give them the tokens and how many they need. Notice this one had 5, this one had 10, okay? Make it reachable for them. And then 4, follow through, okay? I'm going to bring over a kiddo to go over it. Hey, Jordan, can you come on over? All right, here we go. Real life example. Hi. Thanks for coming over. This is Jordan. Say hi. Okay, so do you remember what these are?
They're clickers.
They're clickers. Which color is yours?
The orange one.
And this one's for your sister and for your brother, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, how do you get clicks?
By being good.
What does that mean, being good?
By being respectful.
Respectful. So using kind words, right? Okay, what else? You forgot? Following, come here.
Directions.
Following directions, having safe,
Hands.
yep, sharing, right?
Yeah.
Listening to rules the first time, right?
Yeah.
And then what do you usually get when we get like sometimes 20 clicks in a day, right? What do we usually get?
We get money.
Sometimes money. I give them like $1 or something, or we go to the store. What else have you gotten with these clickers? Don't pick your nose.
I forgot.
You forgot? We've bought board games, right?
Yeah.
And what we also have done, everybody, is like if I have a whole day and I'm like, all right, I got to keep these kids in check. They each have their clicker, and I'll say, okay, combined, let's see if you guys can get 100 clicks today. And like, I could put a time on it. I don't have to though. Like, it doesn't have to be under pressure. But like, let's say they work together, and I'm like, wow, you three, thank you all for using kind words and for following directions and for using safe hands. That's 3 total, right? And then we've done where we've gotten like 100 or 50, whatever it is, and then we go to the store and we buy a collective fun game and we play it, and it's a blast. Super fun. Are you giving yourself clicks?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming. You could go back now. Thank you. Okay. The review with the child so that they understand the expectations is also very important. Okay, so we went over 4 different steps, or 4 steps to properly implement a token system. If this made sense to you, please let me know. If you've tried this or a variation, I want to know. Share with me, share with the community. These videos are so, so good, and I'm just so grateful for your time here. Thanks so much.